You know those quiet moments, right, before the school bell rings? Have you ever just stood there and felt like teaching is so much more than just subjects these days? It feels like you're being asked to teach for life itself. Well, today we're going to dive into a really powerful way of looking at this, one that connects the brain, the body, and behavior to help us meet that exact challenge. You know, every single one of us who's ever been a teacher, we carry these questions around with us, don't we? They're often unspoken, but man, they are heavy. It's this deep feeling that, wow, something has really fundamentally changed in the children we're teaching. And here it is, the big one, the question that probably keeps a lot of us up at night. Why are today's children just so different? I mean, they have all the world's knowledge right on their phones, but they seem more distracted, more anxious, more fragile, you know? I'm pretty sure you've asked yourself this exact question, standing right there in front of your class. And the job description for a teacher today is just massive, isn't it? You're expected to be an expert on your subject, sure, but you're also a classroom manager, a parent handler, a data analyst, and on top of all that, somehow you're also supposed to raise these confident, well-balanced human beings. It's a lot. And let's just be real for a second. The simple, honest truth is, nobody really trains us for the hardest part of the job. You know, the really human part, shaping a child's inner world. That training just isn't there. It's this gap that every single one of us feels. And I want to be really clear about this. It is not your fault. Okay, so what is this gap, really? Let's break it down. It's definitely not about you not trying hard enough. No way. The issue goes much deeper, and it's asking us to look at our classrooms through a completely new lens. And this one idea reframes everything. All those challenges you're dealing with every single day, the constant distractions, the emotional outbursts, they're not just discipline problems. What we're actually looking at is a human development gap. And once you see it that way, wow, it changes the entire game. This really gets to the heart, to the very soul of what we do as educators. We're not just, dumping information into their heads. We are interacting with and we are shaping a whole complex, wonderful human being. Just think about it for a second. The long-term impact of what you do. 10, 15 years from now, is a student going to remember that one specific formula? Probably not. But what they will absolutely 100% never forget is how they felt in your classroom. Did they feel safe? Did they feel seen? Did they feel understood? That's the lesson that sticks with them for life. So let's be really, really clear about how deep this goes. This is not some fluffy, feel-good idea. Every single interaction you have, every response, every moment of connection or even disconnection is literally wiring a child's developing nervous system. You're building, or sometimes breaking, their entire foundation of confidence and self-belief. It's that big. Okay, so understanding the problem is huge, right? That's step one. But the big question is, what can we actually do about it? Well, now we're going to get into the practical stuff. Let's explore the actual toolkit, backed by science, that's designed to help us bridge this exact gap. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Oh, great, more stuff to do. But hang on. This is not about piling more onto your already overflowing plate. It's not about more pressure or stricter control. It's actually a shift, a move towards something much more fundamental. We're talking about teaching with awareness, managing with emotional intelligence, and building real, genuine connection. All right, so framework number one. This one is all about you, the teacher. It all starts with knowledge, like really getting how a kid's brain and emotions actually develop. Once you have that knowledge, it unlocks all these new skills, things like emotional coaching. And all of this rests on a new attitude, shifting away from just being the authority figure and moving towards empathy. It's a total inside-out journey. Then we have framework 2. This is where we take all that good stuff from the inside and see how it actually shows up in the classroom. So it starts with the brain, helping not just your students, but you too to regulate emotions. Then it connects to the body, which is all about managing your own energy so you don't burn out. And finally, that all comes out in your behavior through discipline that's positive and actually works. So what does all of this actually look like in a real, noisy, everyday classroom? Let's paint a picture. Let's step inside and really see the difference it makes. I think a lot of us know this scene all too well. It feels like you're constantly putting out fires, right? You get to the end of the day and you're just completely drained. The kids might be quiet, but it's an obedience based on fear. And there's this feeling of disconnect. It's just exhausting for absolutely everyone involved. But now, imagine this instead. A classroom where there's real mutual respect, a place where kids feel emotionally safe, where discipline isn't about punishment, but it's healthy, it's constructive. Imagine students who feel confident enough to raise their hands, to ask questions, to participate. And learning. Learning becomes this joyful thing you're all doing together. That's the goal. And look, this isn't just about making the classroom better for the kids. It's also about transforming your own life as a teacher. It's about finding a way to make this amazing profession you chose sustainable and to actually find joy in it again. And I have to say this one more time because it's so important. Let's hit that biggest concern head on. Is this more work? The most amazing thing people discover is that it's the exact opposite. When you start working with human nature, instead of constantly fighting against it, the whole burden just lifts. It's not harder teaching, it's lighter teaching. The thing is, you are already shaping lives. You do it every single day you walk into that classroom. This is just about giving you the tools and the understanding to do it with more ease, with more joy, and without burning yourself out in the process. So if you're ready to start a journey toward a lighter, more connected way of teaching, well, the path begins right here. It's about teaching with clarity, with calm, and truly teaching for life.